Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the brand new Cryptozoic Entertainment Mighty Meeples Hall of Justice collection. This collection is recommended for ages 5 and up, does have a warning, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years of age, which I would add additionally to that. I mean, if you saw the review that I did at the previous review, I don't know why I had to make that noise during that, but if you looked at my previous review, the size of these are something I could see a child swallowing if they are one to put things in their mouth. So, obviously recommended for ages 5 and up. Don't be putting these things in your mouth. I say that to the 3-year-olds and 3 below watching these videos. I also say that to the 47-year-olds as well that love putting things in their mouths as well. Like, don't be putting these in your mouth, guys. Ladies, boys, fellas, guys. Don't be putting these in your mouth. You'd swallow them. Choking hazard. No. It's a big, bad thing. This is the Mighty Meeples, and if you, again, are not familiar with the term Meeples, the Meeples term was coined in around 2000, and it was a blend of My and People. They're wood-shaped characters that are used for board games, and collectors love, using the Meeples. Cryptozoic, the first company now to make licensed Meeples. So how cool is that? Now, we looked at the DC Comics before, the DC Mighty Meeples Series 1. As I mentioned before, we're now going to be looking at the Hall of Justice. Now, this is pretty cool because this is a metal tin. The back of the package, this gives you basically everything you would need if you want to start yourself a Justice League. Characters consisting of Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, more importantly, Green Lantern Hal Jordan, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. Series 1 also available in many of the other blind bag releases, as you can get a total of 30. Check that video out, we've looked at those. www, though, Cryptozoic, I'll hold that close to the camera so you can see how it's spelled. Cryptozoic.com. Check out their website, some really cool collectibles, statues, and of course now the Mighty Meeples, joining the Cryptozoic Entertainment family. Without further ado, let's reach off camera to the black hole. Let's pull out my trusty knife Hank. We're going to get this cut open. Spot, you're not going to take a break? Nope, not going to take a break this time. We're going to just off the cuff. We're just going to throw caution to the wind. That's the term I was looking for. Throw caution to the wind. I am just going to take this off now. I'm going to take this off, and we're just going to find out what we got. I'm going to find out as quickly as you find out. We're going to find out together. I guess I could kind of hold on to this, or I could just keep the container. I mean, I like how it sits inside of it, the Hall of Justice. I think for the time being, though, I'll just put it over to the side. So there's the Hall of Justice, made famous in the Super Friends cartoon. On the back there, we've got Mighty Meeples. Not only is it a real decorative looking piece that you can put out and just showcase on its own because it's snazzy, but it also serves a purpose as a tin for the other Mighty Meeples that we've looked at. Again, on the back, www.cryptozoic Entertainment, the Mighty Meeples logo up at the top there. Nice logo. And let's open up Z10. Okay, so we've got an insert inside, and we've got our 7 cast members here, which worked out perfectly because I don't... I think these guys were available if memory serves me correctly, but I didn't get myself a Superman. Kind of down in the dumps that I didn't get myself a Superman, but now I do. So, universe works itself out very nicely. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. I'm just going to dump these all out. And I guess really what you could do, take this completely out, and then you've got more storage for essentially all the Meeples that we've looked at in the previous video. I can keep them in here, keep them all stored away. So I'll just put the insert also to the side, and let's look at these individually. Much like the cartoon, I'm just going to put the Hall of Justice right there, and then we'll have the characters in the foreground. Well, let's look at them. Let's look at them in order of their numbers. So the first one here is Batman, which is Meeple number 1. There's the front of him there. So again, like these are brand new, come to us from over Cryptozoic Entertainment. It's the first company to produce officially licensed Meeples of any sort, which is pretty cool. They've done some DC, of course, we're looking at now. Also done some Ghostbusters, too. Ghostbusters Meeples. Is that a hint as to what we might see future videos spot? Possibly. I'm not gonna give that away just yet. Magician never reveals his secrets. But there is Batman. Very nicely painted in his more traditional, well, I guess not traditional now, but traditional then, superpowers costume. Figure number 1. Put him to the side. Figure number 2, or Meeple number 2, would be Wonder Woman. They seem to take like a complementary color that's used somewhere on the figure as the side, or really the outside coloring for the little collectible here. The back, Wonder Woman is figure, I keep saying figure, but Meeple number 2. There we go, we'll put her down. Let's see here. Meeple number 3. Feel like I'm calling out to a group of guys. Excuse me, Meeple number 3. Oh, hi, I'm Meeple number 3. Come forward, please. Like jury duty, really. The next one here is Superman. He is Meeple number 3. One that I did not get in the previous video that we had a look at. He's got his underoos. You know, we will get to a point in time, unless DC Comics goes back to this, we're going to come to a point in time where Superman's underoos will be forgotten, lost in history. Newer generations will come along following the exploits of the Man of Steel, never knowing that at one point he wore red underwear on the outside of his costume. I know, I can't even believe it either. I can't even believe that I'm thinking that right now as well. There's going to be a point somewhere in history 2,000 years down the road, when we'll have virtual reality and robots, maybe robots are going to be reading us comics, I don't know, maybe they'll be acting out the scenes, but Superman will no longer be remembered as the guy that had underwear, unless they bring him back. But I don't know if outside underwear, not even in the real world, but certainly in the comic world, will that ever really be socially acceptable again? I say that, I mean, you know, for all I know, one celebrity is going to come forward and it's going to be the cool thing again. You know, Matthew McConaughey may be wearing his underwear on the outside at some press conference, and everybody is then like, oh my God, Matthew McConaughey is so bold with his fashion choice of wearing his underwear on the outside that it's now the new popular thing. I don't care how popular that may be, you'll never see this guy wearing his underwear on the outside. Just not going to happen. I'm sorry. If that disappoints some of you viewing audience out there, I'm terribly sorry. There is Superman, though. Put him right here. Not so much in next sequence, but the next one in this set is Meeple 6, which is the fastest man alive. Debatable, I'm sure, by some people. We have the Flash. Now, if you remember in the other video, Spot, you keep alluding to this other video. Go check it out after this video. Go have a look at it. But in the other review of these, Spot picked up 3 Flash. Ultimately, through the blind bag openings that we did, I ended up getting 3 Flash. I can add another Flash to the mix. I'm also open to tradesies, so, you know, Mike down the street or the guy that works the deli, you know, if he's collecting these as well, I'll say, hey, Francesco, you into the Meeples? He's like, absolutely. Well, I got 3 Flash. I have 4 Flash now. And he says, oh, that's perfect. I need Flash. By the way, salami on your sandwich? I'll say absolutely. Thank you, Francesco. You're the best. I love coming to your deli. There's the Flash. Let's see what we got here next in next order. One that we did not get before was a Green Lantern. And once again, very small on these pieces. Hal Jordan. Fittingly enough, the Hal Jordan is painted on the outside parameter, the outside area outline of the Meeple here in green. In brightest day and blackest night, this is one glorious sight. I did not prepare that little poem. I don't see his ring actually on his wrist or on his fist. Not on his wrist because he'd be wearing it like a watch. Nice decoration there, a nice front print. Back print, once again, is just black with the character's name and number and sequence featured on the back. Put him right there. Next one we have in this wave is Aquaman. Not quite number 12, but in this case, number 13. Aquaman in his orange outfit. Somebody was thinking I was going to say classic. I tried not to. I wanted to, but I didn't though. His orange top, his green bottoms, big A on his belt, so you know that no one's taking his belt unless you're Apocalypse. Then they have to kind of fight back and forth as to who's going to wear the belt that day. I like his face. You know, his face kind of reminds me of the Mighty Hercules, which is something also that has mighty in the name. Remember Mighty Hercules? Olympia! And Daedalus. Newton. Love that show. And the last one that we have is Mighty Meeples 18, which is the Martian Manhunter. By the way, Martian Manhunter in the previous review, oh, here we go again. In the previous review, I said Firestorm was my very first Superpowers figure I ever owned. You know what my second favorite was? I'm sure many people are assuming it's going to be Martian Manhunter. It is, yeah. Martian Manhunter was my second favorite. I had really obscure superpowers. I think they used to sell them at gas stations as well. So like my relatives always were picking up superpowers, but I always got the weird ones. I'd always get like Firestorm. This is like the order of the superpowers that I got. Firestorm, Martian Manhunter, and I think Red Tornado. Not a Cape Crusader anywhere in sight. Man of Steel? Pff, not in this guy's collection. Martian Manhunter. Love to get myself some superpowers figures. I love these because they remind me of superpowers just squished down and made out of wood. As if there's a villain that turns characters into wood. Maybe there is. And he turned all the superpowers, all the superheroes of the DC Universe into little, small, wooden decorative pieces. This is a great set because not only are you getting a fantastic looking tin, but you're really essentially getting a good starter set, and then a set that you can then build onto by picking up the blind bag figures. Today's collectible spot, let's bring in the insert once again. There we go. Let's get everything looking nice and snazzy. Product placement is key, right there. Today we're having a look at the brand new Cryptozoic Entertainment. This was the Mighty Meeples Hall of Justice collection. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.